Hi YouTube. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I have been away from the camera for a little while. A lot has gone on since I last uploaded my last video, and I've just been preoccupied. So I wanted to hop on here and make a couple videos and post them tonight. So let's just get right into it. This experience happened on December 31st, going into January 1st of 2024. And it was an experience in the astral realm. I went to bed and then opened my eyes and I was in the astrals, and my brother was there as well. It wasn't, I'm gonna say, his main astral body, and it wasn't my main astral body. What I mean by this is, if I were to pop out of this physical body right now and I was in that astral body, everything around me in this room would be in the astral realms. It wasn't that body, it was a different one. And I feel this body is more of, this multidimensional body is more of a subconscious body that I have, as well as my brother has. And for whatever the reason, I was interacting with him in this space within the astrals. And we were in this room together and we were watching TV, and then all of a sudden there was someone outside the house, or the window that I could see, and then they ran away, and then a bunch of people came into the house and in the room that we were in, and we both split apart. And the people that came into the room were people that I definitely called some of my best friends, going back to when I was in middle school, and other people that I've known since, I want to say, before I could talk, that have been in my parents' lives, and as a result, I've been in their lives and they've been in mine. And they kind of, separated my brother and I for a little bit of it, and I gravitated towards them in this space for whatever the reason. And then something happened and we were now outside, and whatever happened in between this little moment of, I'm going to use the word time, I know time really isn't a thing in the astrals, but we were then walking back, and it was our apartment here, in Colorado. And on the door, there was a piece of paper with some words on it. It was a message for both of us to read. And we both started reading it, and I looked down and it said, I have some notes right here. I'm just going to refer to my brother as X. So X, if Ryan is sick, then he needs to be removed and hospitalized for 3 weeks. And there was maybe 1 or 2 more sentences maximum, but at that point I was like, what the hell? I'm not sick. Why do I need to be removed and hospitalized? And my brother was taken aback by it as well. I think he was taken aback a little more by my response to reading it. And at this point, I looked over and I noticed that there was, because our house in the space was, let's just say, where the camera is where the door was with the message. And then a house down, but a little up, there was somebody else outside just making themselves busy, or at least portraying that they were busy, but making sure to keep an eye on my brother and I. And this was a Caucasian woman who had dirty blonde hair, some streaks of some brown, but predominantly blonde, but a darker blonde. So I saw her, making sure not to let my brother and I out of her eyesight. And I can't fully, I don't want to say recall, but I don't believe anyone was on the right side. I just know that woman was on that side, and there was someone else over here, but she was the one that for whatever the reason, I remembered fully when I came back to my body. And we didn't go in, but I was just completely taken aback. And my first thought was, as I already said, and I'm going to say again, I'm not sick, so why was this posted on the door? I'm not cough sick, I'm not ill, and I don't need to be put on, let's say, life support because I am just that deep in need of medical help. So then my mind started going to the other place of, oh, well, maybe this message is referring to I'm mentally ill and I need to be put in a mental institution for 3 weeks and hospitalized for 3 weeks because I'm a danger to my brother or whatever. So once that thought hit, I just started thinking, what the heck is going on? And who put that there? And my brother, as well, was just completely shocked and surprised and didn't really know what to do. We were both just staring at it like, what the hell? Nothing has happened to me as of today, of me filming this and posting it. I am not sick, cough, and I am, not hospitalized for a mental illness. After, coming back to my body, I definitely felt uneasy with that little, I don't know if it would be considered a little ritual, a spell, whatever. But I just felt uncomfortable, rightfully so. And it made me think of one of my, someone that I deeply care about, who is a 93 being goddess. And she started seeing through the veil, going back to 2022, with seeing some of these extraterrestrials and other fallen angels that are messing with her, were messing with her. And I don't know how she responded to it behind closed doors with her family, but bottom line, she then was hospitalized and diagnosed with the mental illness. And so that's another reason why that second thought of what the hospitalization could be came into my head. And I don't know, I still think about her because I deeply care about her, and she's one of the closest people that I have in my life, and I do have a spiritual connection with this person who I have seen on more than one occasion in the astrals, who is definitely seeing through the veil, and the people around them want to make sure that that pineal gland is not fully open and she does not pass through her crown chakra. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. But they're doing everything that they can to prevent that from happening. And yeah, that's just another thought that I had while this specific occurrence happened, and just left me feeling really icky, as I said, when I came back to my body. But in regards to the which specific body it was, I did say that it wasn't I'm going to refer to as my main astral body. But for those of you who have seen or who grew up during the times when I did, I was incarnated in 1998. And, growing up, I would always get so excited with my brother whenever there was a TV series crossover. And the one that's coming to my mind is Jimmy Neutron and the Fairly Odd Parents. So how when they would do a crossover, they would both be in either 2D animation or 3D animation. And I just thought it was one of the coolest things when I was growing up. And that distinct visual difference of animation is similar in the sense to how energetically and visually different this specific multidimensional body is that I was operating and my brother was operating, compared to the one that if I popped out, I would be here in my bedroom. It's completely completely different. On the scale of like 2D to 3D animation of, you know, the series that I just described, it would definitely be more in the 2D category. I'm not saying it was 2D, but the feeling and the animation of my body was closer to that than of the 3D. And everything was just a little lighter, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to share in that experience, is that happened to me and my brother was there. I have no idea if he remembers it or not. If he doesn't, he eventually will. And I just wanted to post this also to kind of track, you know, if anything happens, like, okay, well, at least a part of me knew that something was going to happen down the line. But yeah, I will be posting an update, you know, later in the coming months about my status, let's say my health status and whatnot. But I just wanted to get on here, make this video, share it, and also say I want to send peace, courage, protection, and divine cosmic love to every single 93rd being who's on their journey of remembering their divinity and remembering who they are. Peace.